Hello and welcome to the first in a three-part series where we'll be talking about protecting yourself in your profession. How do you protect your body and your ability to work? If you're fortunate enough to not have any discomfort as yet, hats off to you and kudos. I want you to, though, be aware because most of us who have been working in this profession for a while have noticed discomfort and pain that has actually made us feel like we might not be able to continue working in a profession that we really worked hard to get into, for one, and then to complete the education. And part of the problem is that most people are only aware of one kind of pain, and it's the physical cause of the pain, or one cause for the physical pain, when there are actually three causes. First, yes, you have the physical stress, the strains of being exactly where you are in a static position. Second, you have the stress of accomplishing a goal in a set amount of time with a production goal in mind, time just barreling down on you. With so many variables, is my doctor going to come in on time to check? Is my patient going to be on time? Are they going to have a hard time taking x-rays, or are they going to have a problem that we're going to have to address? A lot of these variables add so much stress and strain into an already packed appointment checklist, right? So the third problem is our actual environment, the working environment, the office in which we work, the people with which we work, the community that we're in. And my hope here is to give you some very simple tips and tools that will enable you to be able to function a little bit better and possibly even open your eyes to see that you don't need to live in pain. So today, like I said, we'll talk about the physical pain. And the physical pain is caused by that constant restriction that we have in our muscles as we tense up. My pain is normally under my right scapula. Yours may be your neck, your wrist, wherever. But what I'd like you to do is just clench your hands just for a moment here as I'm talking, and just clench them as tight as you can. And think about the muscles in your body that are static and holding strong for 45 minutes out of every hour, right? For how many patients do you see in a day? And now relax your grip and let your fingers just slowly unwind. And mine are feeling rather stuck today. I don't know what yours are feeling like. But that resistance, yes, I can open my hands, I can have them open, but just to relax them, they are not uncurling very well. And think about your muscle. So now we're going to contract again because your next patient is here. And so here we are contracting. And then relax. And how much further are you opening your fingers? Not much. If any, probably less. And think of your back, or your neck, or your fingers, right? It can be very straining. So the simple tip we're going to talk about today is breathing. I know, it sounds too easy, but sometimes those simple tips are the best, right? They're the easiest ones to implement. They're the easiest ones to remember. So notice how you're breathing. There are three types of breath. One is stopped breathing. And stopped breathing is you're in shock. And your body feels like it has to stay stuck where it is because after shock, if you don't come back from shock, you die. So it doesn't want you falling over there. Your body's very simple. Don't go further into shock. Hold your breath. Hold it. Muscles tight so we don't go there. Second, shallow breathing. So shallow breathing is holding pain where it is. And this can be physical or emotional pain, but we're talking physical pain right now. So if you're breathing shallowly, you're actually not getting oxygen to the areas of your body that need it so that they can unwind. It's also telling your body that it's not really safe to move. So you're kind of shallow breathing, holding where you are again, just not so rigidly as shock. Third type of breathing is belly breathing. And belly breathing tells your body that it's safe. And that's why whenever you exercise, they're saying breathe. So your muscles know, oh, it's going to be okay. We got this covered. The brain's on board with this. We'll be good. And I'd like you to notice when you're working with patients how your breathing is. Are you belly breathing? And this is an easy one to remember. Well, I take that back. It's an easy one to put reminders about. Some of my clients and patients will put a rubber band on their wrist, and they look at that and they kind of remember that. But I find truly that I put a little sticker on my computer, and every time I look up at the computer, it's reminding me, right? So I think that's a really good one. So whatever works for you, but just remember, breathe. Breathe. And let me know how that goes. Simple is good. Breathing is best. So I hope you liked this tip. I enjoyed so much sharing it with you. If you know anybody else that might find this interesting, this simple tip, all my tips are simple in this series. So share them. Be a friend. Share with somebody. Next video, we're going to be talking about the stresses of being in an operatory in close proximity to your patients, and also having the emotional angst of not always having what you need available to you, instrument-wise and sitting-wise. All right? So I will talk with you soon. Best to you, and see you next time.